Wanted to kick it off with, I feel like you're probably going to get this question a lot. Watching the show, it feels like it has like a lot of an homage to Carrie. I wanted to ask, have you guys seen the original or the remake?
Yeah, seen the original.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I've
There you
only
go.
seen the ending, and I had to sing one of the songs from the Broadway version for school, but that's basically the only thing I know about it.
You should definitely check it out, because especially in the first scenes of the actual season, it really does feel like a really cool homage to it. And with you, since you have seen it, what do you feel makes the television series different than the film?
Yeah, I think the film kind of delves into more. There's obviously a lot of religious themes and stuff, but I feel like the film definitely ends. In a slightly different way. I think obviously Sydney doesn't really become an absolute maniac, so that's different. But I think definitely there's more of a horror sense with Carrie, and I don't think there's as much of a that sense in our show. I think it's more focused on growing up as a teenager in kind of today's era, and reflecting more of like a John Hughes of today more than a Carrie kind of vibe.
Also, I feel like Carrie, though I haven't watched it, I know that probably it's not funny. Well, this one has a little bit of a dark humor to it, so that's fun.
Sophia, I wanted to ask you specifically, this series has a lot of like inner dialogue and narration. How's that been different for you as an actor?
Yeah, well, a lot of the characters that I really work on are basically kind of like a narrator, kind of, and that's a different way of acting as well. It's very, instead of you kind of like being a specific character in the story to help, push it along, you're the one who's telling the story. And you get to really sit back and watch other people, which is a lot of fun. Also, the only problem is a lot of ADR, so much ADR. So I have experience with that now. So yeah, it's a lot, but it's cool to kind of see everything in the little box and kind of have like sneak peeks almost of the show. So that's cool.
Lastly, I wanted to ask, so obviously with Netflix, they're bringing out a lot of coming-of-age television series, and also there's tons of stuff that's been made before, is going to be made in the future. What is unique about I'm Not Okay With This?
Well, there's a very cynical element to it, and obviously we have Jonathan Entwistle working behind it, who is so distinct in his style that I think obviously that just makes it stand out from the start, but as well as just the overall atmosphere of it and the characters. I feel like Stanley, well, and the dynamics as well. I feel like there's a lot of interesting ways each character interacts, and it feels like a living, breathing world because of that. And yeah, I think that there's also obviously the superhero element, but it doesn't end happy. And nothing's truly resolved. Nothing ends in a neat little bow, and not everyone's happy at the end. So,
but that's like the best part about it.
Yeah, of course. Just that dark ending that's the best part.
Yeah.